Oh, that felt heavy. Another double whammy of dogfish. That bottom one ain't a bad size, he's a bit better, look. He ain't too bad. Right, we get him off and we get these back in. He ain't too bad. Good morning, boys and girls. How are we doing? Hope we are all good. It is Monday the... blah, blah, blah. It is Monday the 6th of May, Bank Holiday Monday. Okay, for all of you that have had the whole weekend off, Bank Holiday weekend, enjoying yourselves, having drinks, going to barbecues. I've been working all weekend, night shifts. I've literally finished an hour ago. I finished at 6 o'clock this morning. It's just coming up to 7 a.m. Got a little bit of a break in the weather as well. It's a gorgeous day out there today, really calm. Got no wind, no rain, nothing's like planned, so I'm going to make the most of it, get down, hit that beach. I was originally going to be fishing with G. He was going to be coming down with me. Besides planning some fishing for him for his birthday tomorrow, they're going freshwater fishing. Really, there is a few bits we still need to do to the boat. So, because G's going tomorrow for Si's birthday, G's going to go down and do some bits on the boat today. But I guarantee Si probably cancelled his plans anyway, which means we could have gone to the boat tomorrow, but it's just all over the place. But yeah, I'm heading down to the beach, just on my own today, just me fishing. Sticking nice and local, I'm going to North Beach, Yarmouth, usual place, right in between the waterways and the boating lake, right in the middle of that gap there. I'm going to be heading down there. Hopefully, tick some more species off the species hunt list. There's been quite a few dogfish being caught recently, which I have ticked off, but there's been a few smooth hounds coming out recently. The waters are warming up and smooth hounds are coming in. If I can get smooth hound ticked off. Also bass, a few bass being caught on the shore. So you just never know. That's what I love about sea fishing, fishing off the beach. You just never know what you are going to catch. Right, it's literally 2 minutes to 7. I'm going to jump in the car and I'm going to head down and I will see you when I am North Beach at Great Yarmouth. Come on, let's do this. Right, here we are, just arrived where I'm parking up. This is Beaconsfield Road. It's literally right off the main seafront bit. You've got the seafront coming down here. That is the waterways there. That is the boating lake there. I am going straight through that gap there. Saying that, there is a space behind that car. I'm parked over here. Look, this is where the zone ends, free parking. But that is free parking over there as well. Do you know what? I'm going to whiz the car around and I'll see you in 2 ticks when I'm over there. Come on, let's go. Right, I've moved the car. I was over there, the other side of that road. But this bit here, this is free parking. If you get here early enough, there's space for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe get 4 or 5 cars along this little bit. That's called the cabin. It'll be opened up, I think, 8, 9 o'clock. Get a cup of tea, bacon roll and all that in there. But I'm going to be too busy fishing to be eating food. And that is it. That is my access to the beach right there, which is handy because I normally bring my bungees and put round the box and put round the trolley. I forgot the bungees. I've left them in the garage. So I've got to carry the box and carry my rods. So as close as I can get to the beach as possible, the better. Right, let's get the gear unloaded. Let's head down there. Geese are flying around in one of those wing things, whatever they're called. He's got like a paraglider thing on top and an engine on his back. Oh man, listen to me breathing. I'm an old man, I'm worn out. I've only walked from the slope to here and I've still got to get there. That'll teach me for getting the bungee straps and having to carry the box and the rods. Oh, right, come on, let's get going. Right, here we are. Look how calm that sea is. There's not even any waves. It's like a pond or a lake or something. Look at it. The clarity is quite good. I ain't going to pick it up on the camera, but as I'm looking down 2-3 foot, I can still see the bottom, and that is perfect for bass. That is what we want. High tide is 8 o'clock in the morning. It is now currently, oh, I've got a voice note there from G. It's now currently 7:15. Right, I'm going to try and get all this set up and get cast out in 15 minutes, and then I'll get half out of this tide coming in. I'm looking up the beach. I can see about 5-6 guys all right on the edge. I'm not sure if they're walkers or if they're actually fishing as well. Right, stop chatting. Let's get set up. Let's get some bait in that water. Come on. Right, I've set both rods up, ready to cast in. This right hand one, I'm having problems with that clutch. It's just not tightening. I had problems with that the other week. So I'm only going to cast the left one out for now. I'm going to put a different spool on there, see if it takes a different spool. I think it might be missing one of the metal discs inside. Anyway, so left hand side one is going out. 3 hook flapper, We have got some lug on the top there that was frozen. It's been thawed out overnight. We have got squid on this one, and we have got some squid on the bottom. Right, only 4 ounce weight. I'm not going to need more than 4 ounces out there. Look at it. Right, let's get this one in the water, and then I'm going to mess around different spool and see if I can sort that other rod out. Right, that's it, problem sorted. I put a different spool on there and it's tightened up absolutely fine. I've baited that up the same, squid and some black on the top. Left hand side rod is having a bit, I literally just cast it in the water. I've looked up, the left hand rod's having a bit of a murmur. What is the time now? Well, it's 20 to 7. So it only took me about 5 or so minutes to sort that other rod out, which ain't too bad. That group up there, they've got to be fishing, they have not moved. They're a bit far away for me to see if they've got any rods in the air. But they have not moved off that spot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like about 5 or 6 people up there. Left hand rod's having a bit of a murmur and it's losing bottom a little bit. Shouldn't be losing bottom on a 4 ounce weight unless there's seaweed catching the line. There is some marks. There's a little bit of weed here. But when you come down to the shoreline and look, like I say, the clarity, the camera won't pick it up, but the clarity of that water, mate, you can see through it. So I wouldn't be surprised, but then you never know what's going on out there, do you? When there's weed, when it's heavy weed on North Beach, I normally bring it in a little bit. I normally come in a few yards, I don't leave it out so far. So if there is weed out there, instead of going out 70, 80 yards or whatever, I'll bring it in 40, 50 yards. G's on his way down, he's not fishing, he's taking the dog for a walk, and he normally runs the dog on the beach down here, so he's popping down. Yeah, the right hand rod's doing the same. Look, they're both sort of, I think there's seaweed out there. I'll be very shocked if I'm on straight, like I say, that right hand side rod's only been in the water like 2 minutes. I'll be very shocked if I'm on already. I've got a feeling we might have a little bit of weed out there. But you never know, do you know what I mean? The funny whiting galore along this beach, but it's not really the whiting and the little dabs I'm after today. Oh, that left hand side one, that's a bite. That is a bite on the left, definitely. Nope. No seaweed, definitely ain't the weed. But look at this, look. That bit of squid has been tugged right off, and that bit of squid has been tugged. So saying it's out there tugging the bait. Right, let's sort that out and we'll get it back out there. Right, I've thrown that back out there. So yeah, Sam's been having a little tug at the bait. I've sorted the bait out. No weed whatsoever, absolutely none, which is a good sign. G's just popped down. G's fishing experience, but today's with the G's walking the dog experience. He's walking the dog. Breeze has picked up a little bit, but that water is still calm as anything, absolutely calm. Right, let's concentrate on his rods. Let's try and get a fish out. Well, left hand side was just knocking again, really good. And even G was like, mate, you're on there, you're on there. I reeled it in and absolutely nothing. So I don't know if we've got crab. If we've got crab movement out there, there are some big bloody crabs out there. That right hand side's just lost the bottom. Oh, yeah, I think we're on there. I lost the bottom. Lost the bottom, but the only way to lose the bottom is do like that and bounce the sand biggest to get, and it's lifting 4 ounce weight off the bottom. But if that's crab movement, if that's crabs, there's bloody, they're big crabs, I'll tell you. They're knocking them rods like proper fish bites, aren't they?
That's on, no.
Yeah,
That's on, boy. Come over here, Lola.
We'll have a look. It doesn't feel like there's anything in there. That can't be crabs knocking it like that. That's like...
Alright, I've been here 3 times. What is it?
On there.
Nothing on there. Must have tugged at it there, Dave.
It's not too much, it's hanging off the hooks. But something was definitely having a little something was definitely having a little pop at that. Back down. Right, well that's both rods now. Both rods have had really good knocks, and each time the bait has just been tugged a little bit. So what I'm going to start doing, I won't leave anything really hanging off the hook. I'll normally leave it hanging off so it like moves around and it attracts the fish. But if there's crabs out there, they're just pulling at it and pulling at it. But that rod literally went like that. I mean, that's got to be a big crab to make the rod do that. Right, let's keep an eye on these. Come on. I don't want to blank today. I can't blank. We have to get something out. Look, right hand side again. Look, that's been in the water. Will you retrieve me cast out? Look at it. Look, look, look. How's that crab's doing that? That can't be. Look at the look. That can't be a crab putting the rod like that.
Just leave it for a minute, though.
Left hand side's going as well. Look. Look at the left. I mean, I know like when there's crabs out there, you get 1 or 2 crabs, but for both rods, as soon as they go in the water to be doing that, that means there's got to be like hundreds of crabs. Like literally, the floor bed's got to be covered in crabs. If they're literally, as soon as it goes out, they're picking at it straight away. Well, I don't have the cameras picking them up, but look at that left hand side and the right. Look, that is proper bite. Look at that. That's got to be on. That has got to be on. If that ain't on now, I'm packing up and going home. Simply, that has got to be on. Has to be.
So I'm at North Beach Great Yarmouth today. I am not fishing. A day.
And just when I put the camera down to reel it in, it don't do nothing. I put the camera down, I thought, well, I'll put the camera down so I can reel it in. And now it's not even moving at all. So whether that was crabs and they've pulled the bait off the hook. Nah, left hand side, look. That is, so that's got to be on. That has got to be on.
Yeah, that's not great.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. And look how much this bait is being tugged off these hooks. Look, yanked off there, yanked off there. Right, I'm going to put some fresh bait on there, and I'm going to put smaller bits on, and I'm not going to leave so much hanging off the hooks. Right, I've reeled both of them in. I'll put much smaller bits of bait on, and I'll put it on all close to the hook, so there's nothing really hanging off. But I can't believe like the crab action. That's like unbelievable. Like I say, that's what 1, 2, 3, 4 casts, all kind of different distances, different areas. And as soon as they've hit the bottom, they've been pulling straight away. So if that is crabs, that literally means that that whole floor bed is full of crabs out there. That guy on that parasender thing, he's behind me now, he's just come down the beach, and he was literally about 10 foot off the beach. Oh, whizzing down. Cap has gone on. Sun has broke through the clouds and it is absolutely gleaming down. I can't even see the end of my rods. It's yeah, hurting the eyes looking at the rods. He comes so close to us now. I literally looked down. He sort of waved as he went past. He was so close. Right, now we put a fresh bait on there. We've got much smaller bait on there. Let's see if that makes any difference. Right, well that weren't crabs that time. That was a decent bite, and I thought it was a decent fish. But we pulled out 2 little dogfish. A little one down the bottom and a little one there. Right, we're getting them unhooked and we're getting back in. Whee! The fish have beat the crabs to the bait. Right, there we go. We've saved the blank. 2 little dogfish. When I was reeling it in, it felt like it was something decent. It felt like it was a big fish on there. But obviously when you got 2 dogfish on there and they're both trying to sort of fight different directions, it makes it feel heavy and like what it is. I thought it was like 1 big fish as opposed to 2 smaller fish. I thought, here we go. I thought, was this the sign of the smooth hounds hitting North Beach Yarmouth? Like I say, our mate Paul, he was down there yesterday. I think he said he had about 4 or 5 dogfish out, and he had a few whiting out. Like I say, we've been having the dogfish out quite a bit recently, and whiting, dabs. Like I say, really today, man, get a bass or a smooth hound out. That is what will put the icing on the cake. Right, left hand side, definitely on. That's probably another dogfish, definitely on left hand side. It's got a slack line, man. Oh yeah, we're definitely on, There we go. Another one of these little dogfish. They're going to become just as annoying as catching the whiting all the time. I don't mind the doggies, but I want the doggies when they're... Well, I was just throwing the dogfish back and left hand side was knocking. And we have pulled out a whiting on the top. And we have pulled ourselves out a little pouting on the bottom. Right, I'll get them unhooked, I'll get them back in, we get fresh bait on and we get both these back out. Right, it's currently 8:30, so I've been fishing for 1 hour, and in that hour I've had 3 dogfish, a whiting and a pouting. Like I was saying, I don't mind catching the dogfish. It makes a change from over the winter putting like loads of whiting out. But when you're putting them out just as often as you put out whiting and they're that kind of size, it's kind of after a while you're like, oh. Like I say, I don't mind catching dogfish, but I want to get a good, decent size dogfish out. Do you know what I mean? Good, decent sized dogfish, a smooth hound or a bass. That is what I would like to get out today. But then again, it's better than blanking, innit? How many times have I stood on this beach for 4, 5, 6 hours and caught absolutely nothing? So at least we're not blanking. Them guys up there, like I say, there's about 5, 6 guys up there. I'd like to know how they're getting on. Probably the same, probably dogfish galore up there. Don't seem to be moving so much with the bite with the crabs anymore. Because I was saying to G before he left, I said if the crabs keep pestering, so I've got 3 hooks on, and the bottom hook obviously is right on the seabed. So I was saying to G, if the crabs keep pestering the bait, I was going to change it for 2 hook flappers. So at least the hooks are a little bit higher, not so much on the seabed. But since I said that to him, like I say, the movements I have had in the rod have been proper bites and have been fish. So we'll leave it as be at the minute. Left hand side again, look at that, having a little wobble. Right, we'll keep an eye on these, we'll see what happens. Well, just pulled out another dogfish. Just as I was saying, I want the dogfish to get bigger. Yeah, they've got smaller. Right, we'll get him off, we'll get him back in. Oh, that felt heavy. Another double whammy of dogfish. That bottom one ain't a bad size, he's a bit better, look. He ain't too bad. Right, we'll get him off and we'll get these back in. He ain't too bad. Well, look, he's a better size, isn't he? Look at that. So I don't mind catching them when they're that kind of size. Do you know what I mean? He's not a big one, but he's better than those little ones we've been catching, that's for sure. Right, let's get him back in. Come on, buddy. Yeah, he weren't too bad a size, that other one that come out. He weren't too bad. I don't mind when they're sort of that size, but then those little ones, they just become just as much of a pain as the whiting. I've lost count now. We'll find out now. I don't know, is that 5, 6 dogfish? I know I've had one whiting, one pouting, but I think that's either my 5th or my 6th dogfish. I think that's all it is at the moment, just going to be dogfish all day. It's coming up to 9 o'clock now. What time do I start fishing? 7:30? I want to get to about 10:30, 11. If it's still just constant dogfish, I'll probably knock it on the head, save the bait, come back down next week. Oh, look at that. You got to tell me you saw that go. You got to tell me you saw that go. Because I bloody did. God. Don't feel that heavy though, now I'm moving in. When I struck it, that felt really heavy. You don't feel that weighty now. Is that? Hey, smooth out, smooth out, smooth out, smooth out. Hey. I know everyone thinks I'm getting excited over a little smooth hound, but I can now tick smooth hound off my species hunt list. Look at that, boys and girls. The smooth hounds are in Great Yarmouth in North Beach. Again, not a big one. I was catching them bloody 2-3 metres long last year, but right, we're getting off, we're getting back in. New species for the species hunt. Oh yeah. Well, it weren't a big one, it was only a little one, but it's nice to take a new species off the species hunt. What am I on now so far this year? I've had whiting, dab, pouting, what have I had out? Rockling, dogfish, smooth hound. Is that what I've had out? So I think I'm on 6 species so far. That's alright though. But you know what? Give it another 2 months and I'll be catching them on this beach and they'll be the bloody length for me. Putting them out all last year, literally 5 foot long, 6 foot long, absolutely massive. And it makes you wonder, when you bring those, when I reel those big ones in, like I was just reeling him in and you can feel quite a bit of weight on there, quite a bit of tension on the line, and he was absolutely tiny. And it makes me wonder sometimes when I look back at some of those smooth hounds I've pulled in over the years, I think, how the hell did I get them in? I mean, they're absolutely massive things. Oh well, another tick for the list. Hey, all good. You lot are going to think I'm editing these videos. Look, whiting on the top, pouting on the bottom. Exactly what I pulled out on this right hand side rod a little while ago. But I promise you, they are different fish. They're different whiting and a different pouting. I promise you. Right, let's get them off and we're getting back in. Oh mate, and what the action on that left hand rod, what a day so far. Do you know what, when I'm feeling the warmth coming off that sun, seeing the sky getting a bit more bluer, the sea's looking a bit more bluer, oh, that's really making me like looking forward to Devon now. I think we've literally got 4 or 5 weeks and we've got a week down in Devon. Like I say, we really have to like do well down there though, because there are fish, like I've been saying in the last couple of weeks, there's fish on my species hunt that we will only catch down on that south coast. Garfish, wrasse, mullet, we're only going to get while we're down there, so we've got to make the most of that. Yeah, for those who don't watch my videos regularly, there's 4, 5, I think there's 6, 7 of us. We went Dorset last year, went on Dorset and we fished all around Chesil and Weymouth and West Bay, that's where we were staying. And then this year we are going to Devon. We've got a week booked up in a caravan down there, or we've got 2 caravans between us. We are going to Torquay we're going, so yeah, looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one. So that'll be my thing now. Like I say, a few more like fishing down there for the next sort of 2-3 weeks, and then it'll be getting all my gear, everything, just be getting ready for down there. Obviously taking spinning rods down with me. I'll be taking rods for float fishing, beach casting rods, everything. We're doing exactly what we've done last year. We hired a van last year, so I think we've got Paul driving down in, or Lee's driving down in the car with a couple in the car, and then me, G and Jordan, we've hired a van from Gapton Hire, and again we can just load all the fish and stuff in the van, all the bags in the van. It's just so much easier, do you know what I mean? And then all the stuff just stays in the van all week. You're not having to like keep taking it out of the car, putting it in a caravan. It's yeah, it is going to be a good week. I cannot wait. Just having this sunshine on my face now and just it's just making me think the countdown is on. Devon, we will be there soon. Well, another double whammy of dogfish. He's gone for the worm, that one, look. That's the first fish I've caught all day on the worm. Everything so far has gone for the squid. He's the first one that's took the worm. Only little ones, but we'll get them off and we'll get them back in. Just coming up to 9:30, so that is 2 hours I've been fishing for. Tide is on the retreat now. When I got here, it was literally up here. It's on the turn now. Tide is heading out. So 2 hours. I've had, trying to think, 2 whiting, 2 pouting. I must have had what, 9 dogfish? Must have had about 9 dogfish out. Most of them little baby pups, but they've all been babies really. One of them was an okay size-ish, but the rest of them all been pretty sort of babyish, and a little tiny baby smooth hound. But again, I'm still smiling because it's a new one for the species hunt. And it's quite early in the year. I know the sea temperature's getting warmer, but if they're appearing at the moment on North Beach, Yarmouth, smooth hounds already, then like I say, give it another month and we're going to be getting some big size smooth hounds along here. Those guys that were fishing, there was a massive group. They've moved further down the beach now. I'm not sure why they've moved further down. They've gone a bit further down. They're still fishing. I've got another guy, he's set up, he's fishing up there. He's been there about half hour or so. I've watched him reeling in a couple of times, but I haven't seen him bring anything in as yet. He's reeling in now. I'll see if he pulls anything out. Oh, right hand side. Look at that, Benny. Look at that one go. But we'll watch it again, because you know what I mean? We've had that a lot today of like bait just being sort of tugged at and stripped at. We've had some really good knocks and you really think something decent's on there, but the bait's just being tugged. But we'll watch that. If that bangs again like that did just now, we will definitely have that in. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's another dogfish. It's always the way. You never know if the camera catches the bite. And then when you aim the camera directly at the rod tips, they don't move. It does not move. If I was to turn my camera now and face it the other way up the beach, I'll guarantee that rod will start doing that. And as soon as I bring the camera back on it, no action. Well, that guy reeled one rod in and he didn't bring nothing out. He's just reeled the other rod in and he's brought nothing out. He's had nothing. He's pulled nothing out. Right, let's keep an eye on that right hand side. If that bangs again like that, oh look, just as I say it, I walked back, it had a little murmur. So it's definitely playing around with the bait, that's for sure. Something is definitely having a little play around with that squid. And that mad as well, that's the only fish, one fish I've caught on the lug, on the worm that was frozen and I thawed it out. Everything else has been caught on squid. Always do well for fish baits along here. I normally have a bit of mackerel as well, a bit of salted mackerel. I ain't picked no mackerel up lately. I'll have to get down Pownalls and yeah, grab some mackerel off them. Oh, right hand side, what you doing, what you doing? It's doing sort of, it's knocking, but I wanna knock where you are. Oh, there we go, come on, that's gotta be on, that's gotta be on. I don't feel like there's anything. I don't feel like there's anything on there at all. I don't feel like nothing. Nope. See, look at that. Absolutely nothing. Bait's come back, all tugged. Look, worm's all been tugged off. That bit of squid down there's been tugged. But the way the rod's knocking, do you know what I mean? When you get crabs knocking it, it normally murmurs a little bit. But to get proper bangs like that, I don't know. Right, we'll get a fresh bait on there, we'll get it back out. Right, another dogfish, and look, he's a better size. He's better than those little ones I've been putting out. In fact, he looks a bit bigger than that big one I pulled out earlier. Right, we're getting him unhooked and we'll have a look at him and we'll get him back in. Nice. Oh yeah, he's a better one. He's a better one, look. He's the biggest we've had out all day. By far the biggest we've had out all day. Look at him. Nice. Right, we're getting back. Hey. Hey, well that's made a change. Look, little dogfish on the bottom, but we just pulled a dab out on the top. He's not a big one, but he's alright, he's nice and clean, that's for sure. Right, we'll get these two off and we will get these back in. Right, I've made a bit of a schoolboy error. I've misplaced my disgorgers. Oh man, I'm normally really good at it. Normally, as soon as I unhook a fish, I put the disgorgers straight back on the board. If they're on the board, they're on the board. Scissors and that are on the board. They've obviously gone on the sand somewhere. The thing is, if they're on the sand, as soon as you tread on them, that's it, they've disappeared. There was a guy up here a while ago who was walking up with a metal detector. I'm kind of looking, hoping he's going to walk back down the beach. If he walks back down the beach, I'll get him to have a little scan around here. I mean, it can only have been here where I'm unhooking the fish, and I've been rummaging my fingers through the sand. Can't feel anything. Oh man. Well, the only other thing I have got in my box, I have got some pliers. So if it's just sort of hooked in the mouth, I can use the pliers. But if it's like one of those dabs and it takes the hook right down, I have got one of these. But do you know what? I don't know how to bloody use it. I've watched YouTube videos, and I went to Gorsa Tackle Centre. I was talking to Adi about it a while ago, and even Adi, he was telling me, he goes, right, you put the line through that, you slide it down, you do that, you pop. But the bloody thing's useless. I don't even know why I still got it in my box. I'm surprised I ain't thrown that in the sea. I really can't get to grips of how you use these things, I'll tell you. And you watch the video on YouTube and they make it look so easy, like, but I ain't got a clue. So if it swallows it right down, I'm going to have trouble. If it's caught just in the mouth, obviously I've got my pliers, I might as well leave them out. As for the disgorgers, God knows where they've gone, man. They're on the sand somewhere. I must have trod on them. It's what happens, there's all that action in it of catching fish, you see? All that action. Non-stop catching. And it's made me lose my disgorgers. And now what I'm doing, I'm looking at the ground more than I'm looking at my rods now as well. I'm meant to be looking at my rods to see if I've got any fish, anything biting. But all I tend to be doing is looking at the ground, see if I can see these bloody disgorgers anywhere. Oh, give me a break. Well, I just had another 3 whiting out. 2 of them were hooked right in the corner of the mouth, so it was just nice and easy, straight in, hook, unhook. One of them, it's taken hook right down inside. And without disgorgers, like I say, it's an absolute nightmare. I managed to get him unhooked in the end and he went back, but like I say, without disgorgers, it is an absolute nightmare. I just don't know how I'm going to get on without them. Like I say, if they're hooking them in the corner of their mouths, if they're just going in the corner, they're not so bad. You can get leverage on it, you can get them out, but if they're swallowing them down, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. How are we doing for time now? Anyway, what is the time? 10 past 10. I've just had 2 mums come down as well next to me. They've got like 3-4 toddlers all running around. Little girls, only about 5-6 years old. So I've got to be careful with the filming, because obviously they ain't going to want their kids and that all splashed all over YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Running around in the sea and all the rest of it. So we'll try and keep the camera this way now. Ain't so bad, do you know what I mean? The sun's up there, so... Because normally I try and do it where it's not directly pointing into the sun. Because if the camera's looking at me and the sun's there, do you know what I mean? It just makes it all blurry. So I normally try and film it where it's... So yeah, I mean, careful obviously not to get all these kids in the view. You know what it's like this day and age? A bit fucking sad really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, right hand side, mate. Right hand side, my God. That was a biting off and then it went proper slack line. I've got to be careful with this camera, because like I say, them kids will... Right, that is on, that has got to be on, definitely. Went down, proper bite, like proper bite. It's come up slack lined. So like I say, if it's a dogfish or something decent, it will lift that 4 ounce weight off the bottom. I'm gonna watch that again. If that goes again, we will have it, and hopefully it's just nicely hooked in the corner of the mouth. Oh yeah, that's on. I'll tell you what, that feels the best one of the day so far, that does. See, I just said, nice one, best bite of the day so far. Another dogfish come out. Yeah, do you know what? He's fair on the size of the other one, and look, hooked right in the corner of his mouth. Right, we're getting my hooks and we were getting back in. Happy days. Right, there we go. He went back in. He went a bad size one, I tell you. He was all right. And like I was saying, those two mums that down there with the kids, obviously they see the fish, so they come running over. They were fascinated by it. They sort of touched it, stroked it a bit. I said, do they want to hold it quickly? All petrified to hold it, apart from the little lad. He was about 3 years old. And he held it, and the mum took a photo of him holding the fish. And she was saying her other half, he's a fisherman. He's down in Cornwall at the moment. He's fishing in Cornwall. Oh, I bet he's doing better than I am here. So, I'm not having a bad day. Not having a bad day, do you know what I mean? But he's down in Cornwall fishing. But yeah, I was chatting to them, and I was saying to him, obviously, when the kids come running over to stop the filming, and I said to him, like, obviously, this is going on YouTube. I don't really want to put it. And she's like, oh, right, yeah. She goes, nah, fair enough. But now they're chatting away, yeah, they're on holiday. They were asking me if I'm on holiday, and I said, nope, you used to come here on holiday, and then one day I just didn't go back, I just stayed here. Best thing I ever done. So yeah, now they were right, we were chatting away and that. Yeah, I love the like with kids and that, especially when they see things like dogfish come out and smooth hounds and things like that. They're fascinated by them, absolutely fascinated. They're not the sort of normal fish you see, are they? Do you know what I mean? If you ask a kid to draw a fish, they would just draw like a round fish with a couple of fins. Do you know what I mean? That's what a kid pictures a fish to look like. When they see a dogfish, smooth hound, something which is a bit of the unordinary, do you know what I mean? They're fascinated by it. And they were coming up, they were getting brave. They were like, oh, I'll touch it. And as they got nearer, they were like, no. Like, they're like, you, Tubbsy. So my mate Tubbsy's like, he wears gloves when he catches fish. Don't you, boy? Eh? Don't you, Carl? You wear gloves when you catch fish, mate. You were like them 5-year-old little girls just now, mate. Oh dear. Right, it's 10:30. That is 3 hours I have been fishing. Where the hell has that gone? It's literally, boom. 3 hours have absolutely flown by. I can't believe it. I might do another hour, because like I say, at the moment it is just a lot of repetitive dogfish. I've got quite a bit of squid left, and I've got some worm left. So I might do another half hour, save some bait for another day. Need to get a set of disgorgers. Like I say, I had trouble getting that whiting off a minute ago because he took it quite in. Mate, he had the metal detector. He hasn't walked back down the beach. Oh, dear. What can you do? Smile and fish. That's all you can do. Here we go, double whammy. Dogfish down the bottom and a smooth hound on the top. He's a bit bigger than the last smooth hound as well, I think. Again, not a big one, but do you know what I mean? I think he's slightly bigger than what I pulled out earlier. Nice, man, nice. The smooth hounds are in. Yeah, look, little baby smooth hound. I'll tell you what, using the pliers, it's easier to unhook these than it is using the scourgers. Get a much better grip on the hook. Hey, nice, little smooth hound, man. It's good to see these back. Oh yes, there we go. Look at him for a smoothie. Look. Oh mate, by far the best smoothie of the day. Oh man, he's distressed out as anything. Right, let's get him unhooked quickly. That's more like it, isn't it? Not like them big bad boys we've been getting out last year. I mean, they're going to get bigger as the year goes on. But look at him, mate, look. I love them. They're such beautiful fish, aren't they? Beautiful fish. Right, let's get him back in while he's still got a bit of life to him. Hey, look at that. That smooth hound. That has put a smile on my face, that one has, I'll tell you. And all it makes me think is, I just cannot wait for like a month or so time when we start getting the big ones. Well, when we start getting the big bad boy smooth hounds in. I just can't wait. Even he put up a good fight, and do you know what I mean? What was he? I don't know, foot and a half long, 2 foot, I don't know. But when you start putting them out and they're bloody 4 foot, 5 foot long, I can't wait. What a day it's been today, mate. Absolutely awesome. Do you know what? I bet Gia will watch this video later and he'll be like, oh, I bet he'll wish he sort of brought the rods down. I don't even know what I've had. I think I've only had 2 whiting out. I think I've only had 2 pouting out. I've had 1 dab out, and it's just been dogfish all day. And I think that was my 2nd or 3rd smooth hound. I forget. Innit? You know what? I'm such a professional. I catch so many fish. I forget how many I'm bloody catching. What an awesome day. You know what? When North Beach is fishing good, it's fishing good. No seaweed, none of that north like winds we normally get. I'm literally 2 minutes from my front door, and this is what I've got at the end of my road on the beach, at the end of my road. What more do you want? How awesome is that? Do you know what I mean? And we travel all around, we go north Norfolk chasing the fish, and we go Aldborough and Dunwich, and we go everywhere chasing the fish. And I go 2 minutes at the end of my road on my beach, and look what a day I've had. Absolutely awesome, man. Absolutely buzzing. I've been watching Matey Boy up there. I've seen him put out a couple of little dabs and a couple of whiting, but I haven't seen him put out any dogfish or any smooth rounds or anything yet. But yeah, everything I'm catching is on squid bait. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people swear by worms. He could have bloody 100 fresh lug up there, but for whatever reason today, all them fish, they're all going for fish baits. I've had one of them dogfish just took one of the lugs. Other than that, they've all gone for fish baits. Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Right, it's coming up to 11 o'clock. I'm going to have a couple more casts, see what kind of happens, and then I'm going to start packing down. Like I say, I got here at 7:30. I've done a night shift last night. I've come straight from night shift. I'm pretty tired, do you know what I mean? I want to get indoors, obviously have a nice shower, a bit of lunch, and then, yeah, start uploading the videos. Yep, he's just pulled in, nothing on there. He ain't pulled nothing out. Right, let's see how we get on with these last couple of casts. So far, I'm loving it, mate, loving it. Fishing, there ain't a better sport, is there? Name me now one better sport than fishing. Nope, can't hear ya. Fishing. You know what, that was a half decent bite. I was thinking, here we go, another dogfish. But, yeah, little dab, tiny little fin, nothing to him. Look, paper fin, nothing to him. But yeah, we had the rod really knocked then. Right, we'll get him off. Little dabber do ya. I got one rod packed down and one still out there. And I thought that felt heavy reeling in. I'll tell you why it felt heavy. Look, we've got a whiting on the top. We've got a little dogfish on the middle. And we've got another little dogfish on the bottom. That's why it felt heavy. 3 fish all trying to swim in different directions. Right, let's get these off. A little bit of weed at the top there as well. Right, let's get them off. Right, that is it. Fishing is all done. It's just gone up to 11:30. So what was that? 7:30, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4-hour session. That weren't too bad. Do you know what I mean? Definitely had to come down here when I was driving home from work this morning at 6 o'clock, and I was watching how clear the sky was getting and the sun coming up and there was zero wind. I was like, you know what? I have to get on that beach today, and I'm glad I did. What an awesome day it has been. Dogfish, smooth hounds, whiting, pouting, new species ticked off the species hunt. And do you know what, if those smooth hounds are being caught now, oh mate, I'm just buzzing for like throughout the month, because they're only going to get bigger and bigger throughout the month. So absolutely buzzing, mate. What a day. Right, everything's all packed up, rubbish is all in there, that go in the bin. I've got a whole 2-minute drive home. Actually, it would take me longer to walk my stuff back to my car than it would actually take to drive back home. But there you go. Right, a massive thank you to everyone that's been subscribing to my channel. It is going up. I'm on about 1,230 odd subscribers, 40 odd. It is going up. And a bit of a moan for those that aren't subscribing. Why aren't you subscribing to my channel? Do you know what, my videos they normally get about 3,000-4,000 views, something like that. And like I say, I've got 1,000 subscribers. So there's 2,000-3,000 people that watch my videos that don't subscribe. I know not everyone has got a YouTube account, but do you know what? It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe to the channel. And you hit that little bell button, and every time I do a video, you'll get a notification. And then you'll be the first to see the videos. You'll be the first person to see the professional fisherman professionally catching fish professionally. Right, there you go. Right guys, massive thanks for watching the video. It's been an absolutely awesome day. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's time to go home, have a shower, do a bit of lunch, get this uploaded. All those that are subscribed and hit the bell, you're going to see it before everyone else. Right guys, awesome man, what an awesome day. Right, take care of yourselves everyone, and I will see you on the next video.